The Cinderella complex. How I turned my family's betrayal into my revenge. Trigger warning: family abuse, psychological manipulation. Prologue: the scapegoat's genesis. Growing up, I was the family's designated punching bag. Not physically, no, their weapons were far more insidious. Psychological warfare, death by 1,000 cuts, each criticism a carefully placed dagger. My mother, Karen, was a master of passive-aggressive manipulation. "We only want what's best for you," she'd say, her voice dripping with false concern. Translation: you're never good enough. My father, Richard, a local real estate broker with a temper that could strip paint, saw me as a constant disappointment. "Why can't you be more like your cousin Mark?" he'd bark, his words a recurring soundtrack to my childhood. The family dynamics were brutal. Holidays weren't celebrations, they were strategic psychological operations. My cousins, Mark, Jessica, and Aaron, had long since learned that targeting me was the fastest way to curry favor with the adults. Family gatherings became a gladiator arena, and I was perpetually the sacrificial lamb. The invisible years. I learned survival was an art form. While my cousins received trust funds and nepotistic job placements, I worked. And worked. And worked some more. Waitressing at night. Dog walking on weekends. Graveyard shifts at the university library. Each job was a brick in my fortress of independence. College wasn't just education, it was my escape plan. "Look at her," I overheard Aunt Susan once sneer, "always working. No social life. No boyfriend who'll stick around." Little did they know, every rejection, every dismissive comment was fuel. I was building something they couldn't comprehend. The turning point: professional breakthrough. The internship wasn't just a job. It was my liberation ticket. A prestigious tech firm, offering a six-figure starting salary. The kind of opportunity that makes family dinner conversations suddenly very interesting. Suddenly, I wasn't just that problem child anymore. I was a threat. Mark's reaction was particularly telling. "Must be affirmative action," he muttered at a family barbecue. The family chuckled. I smiled. They didn't know the calculation behind my every move. The revelation. It was Christmas dinner when everything crystallized. Aunt Susan was discussing Mark's recent promotion when my mother, in a moment of unguarded truth, said something that changed everything. "We always pushed her so hard because we knew she'd have to work twice as hard to prove herself." In that moment, I saw the entire mechanism. The years of criticism weren't about my shortcomings. They were a deliberate strategy to keep me small, manageable, controllable. The calculated revenge. I wouldn't be dramatic. Revenge isn't a moment, it's a methodical deconstruction. My tech connections became my surgical instruments. Mark's business deals, subtly exposed. Dad's real estate reputation, strategically unraveled. Mom's charity board position. Let's just say transparency can be a brutal thing. I didn't destroy them, I simply allowed their true selves to be seen. The aftermath. The family implosion was quiet. No dramatic scenes, just a systematic collapse of their carefully constructed facades. Mark lost his executive position after an internal investigation revealed irregularities in his performance metrics. Dad's real estate firm faced federal scrutiny for some creative accounting practices. Mom's charity board asked for her resignation after financial discrepancies came to light. They never knew it was me. And that was the most exquisite part. Epilogue: freedom. I'm not proud. I'm not ashamed. I'm free. The girl they tried to break became the woman who dismantled their world, not with rage, but with precision. Disclaimer: this is a fictional narrative. Real healing comes through professional support, not revenge. If you or someone you know is experiencing family psychological abuse, please seek help. National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233. RAIN National Sexual Assault Hotline, 1-800-656-HOPE. Edit: Wow, this blew up. Thank you for the awards and support. Therapy works, y'all. Some people are asking if this is real. It's not, but it represents a very real experience for many survivors of family psychological abuse.